All right. So we're going to go into our simplified dynamic movements. So as always, do what you can, take breaks as you need, but I'm going to really slow this down and try to break it down into more simplified movements. Okay? This is for those that want to do something more simplified, whether you're recovering from rehab, recovering from an injury, going through rehab, you have particular limitations, or you're just coming up there in age, you know what I mean, that you want to do just something more simple, all right? So it's going to be a combination of dynamic stretches, mobility, and strengthening movements. So we're going to aim to go for about 10 minutes, all right? So we're going to just start with a light jog. So I'm dealing with no impact. So you may be able to just make a move like this. You see, I'm just hardly bringing my feet off the ground. I'm just going right here. But if you're not able to do this, then you could just lift up. Lift the knee up. So you see, I'm lifting knee with alternate arm. I'm trying to lift my knee towards my elbow. So you can just do this. And depending on how you feel, you can move faster or slower. So this might be a good speed for you. But you might say, okay, Simplified, I want to go faster. If you want to go faster, then right? So it just all depends. But this is for no impact. If you're able to run or you want to jog in spot, you can do this, but I'm doing this focused on no impact. Keep that going. All right, lovely. Okay, soften the legs, arm circles. I'm gonna just do 5. Big circles, hand to the back. If you're going through this and it feels real good for you, like you need to do it, then do more. Don't just stay in the repetitions that I give you, right? Because I don't know what you're experiencing within your body. So if you come across something that we're doing that feels really good, and you want to do some more of it, right? So coming down, soles of the feet together. If you're able to do this, if you're not able to do this, and you need to bring the feet further away from the body, that's fine. However you need to do it. But we're going to go from here, and we're going to go into flutters. 25. All right, lovely. Moving on into folding adat. So how does that look? So the full movement, if I'm just doing it regular, will look like this. I'll walk up, raise up, fold down, walk back out. From here, I'm going to lower my hips close to the ground, lift my chest, and then raise back up into pyramid, right? And walk. Walk the hands back towards my feet, lift my arms up in line with my ears, and then start again. So this is the movement. Exhale, lifting up the chest. You could drop the knees down and lift up the chest. And then you could come back to all 4. Then plant the toes and then press up and walk the hands back, keeping the legs bent. Legs bent as I stretch up. So I fold down, I'm bending my legs, folding down, making it even simpler. I'm walking out about here, dropping the knees down, taking a breather, pointing the toes. Move my hands a little forward, lower my hips closer to the ground. Keep the knees down, lift up the chest, keep the shoulders dropped, lift the head, and come back to all 4. Press up, walk the hands close to you, inhale, raise up, stretch, and release, okay? Going into trunk swings. So if we're going into trunk swings, you could do it standing, all right? So I'll do two versions. So if we're doing the standing, heels together, and we're here. So I'm focused on the exhalation, which each turn or each twist. All right? So you can keep on doing that for about 10 to 15 repetitions. But if you're not able to stand and you want to, and you could only sit, or you're seated, or you're in a wheelchair, anything like that, you just be here and you could just turn. Just get a rotation. Twisting, spinal rotation. So I'm just turning. So you can do it just like this if you're seated as well. Okay? All right, moving on from there. You could come down to the knees, make it easier for you. I have my knees separate. Toes are curled. And I'm gonna move to one side and try to bend, and I'm just gonna sway to the other side, right? So I'm spreading my knees more apart to keep a nice base for myself so I don't just top over, right? So you're taking your time, you're just bending one side to the next. And depending on where you are, if you have your fitness levels a little bit more in a state to handle the next level, then you can bring your knees closer together. This is gonna be a little bit more challenging than the one before. If you have your knees spread apart, it is easier because you have a bigger base. Knees together, just a little bit more challenging. But do the ones that you can. And if you're able to do it standing, then go ahead and do it standing. Once I move, arms go to one side, hips go to the other. Right? So basically I want you to do whatever variation is good for you. So from there, we're gonna think about going into our butt kicks, right? So turning to the side, think about your heels, the heel coming towards your butt. So if I'm doing it to the front, I try to do it to like a rhythm. So heel to butt, and I take a little dip. Slight bend before I go to the other side. So I'm, once again, this is no impact. So you could pause the video and you could do this for up to a minute, 2 minutes, however you feel. You could always make the video smaller, like do less, or you could always do more. If it feels real good what we're doing, you could pause the video and just keep going for longer. And then unpause the video, go to the next one. Go to the next set of movements or exercise. All right? So what that looked by the side, I was gonna heel to butt, right? Here to here, here to here, all right? Now, I wanna think about lifting my knees as high as I can, one knee at a time. So, all right? Wanna lift my knees as high as I can. All right. Now from there, we're going to go into squats. Separate the feet, squatting down. If you have knee issues, stay above any pain that you have. Don't squat down into the pain. Stay above the pain. If you need to have a chair behind you, then you could also have a chair behind you. I don't have a chair around, but you could have a chair behind you. And just come down. You could let your butt touch the chair and come right back up. You know, you may be in a position where where you find this very, very challenging. So you might start by just having yourself sitting on your chair and just stand up off the chair and then come back down and sit down to the chair. Then stand up off the chair, right? And you could just do that as well. Don't feel any way if you need to use additional props to help yourself. But if you don't need it, okay, then just carry on. As always, take a breather whenever you need to. Two more. All right. Now let's come down. So we're going to go into some push-ups real quick. So we're going to start, we're going to be on all four. So say I'm on all four right here, right? I want you to lower the hips just a little bit. You can keep the toes planted. Lower the hips just a little bit, and we're just going to come down halfway. If you're able to come down the full way, that's fine. And then press back up. So I'm halfway, and I'm pressing back up. I'm keeping my toes down, halfway, pressing back up. Keeping my fingers spread. Halfway, pressing back up. Halfway, pressing back up. Two more. Halfway, press up. Halfway, press up. Great. Okay. From there, we're going to go into just a few crunches. So you can stay from here. You can just think about bringing the hands on top the knees. Even if you have to have your arms behind you, you can just bring the arms top the knees. You don't even have to brace yourself up all the way. Just from there, hands on top the knees. Just make sure that the shoulders, upper back lift away from the ground, head lifts away from the ground. All right, let's go ahead. Keep going. 3. Keep going. 2. Last one. 1. Take a breather. Bring the feet together. Keep the legs bent. And inhale. Let's go ahead. Bring the knees to the chest and then back down. So I'm keeping my legs bent. Knees to the chest and then back down. If you're able to do more than this, that's fine. I'm doing the simplest versions possible, right? So keep my legs bent. Bring the knees towards my chest and then back down. So you may be looking at this and like, oh, well, this is so simple. That's fine. We all start at different places. Once again, if this video is too simple for you, then you could do anything else that I have on my channel that's not labeled Simplified. One more. Beautiful. All right. That's us for today.